welcome to this week's edition of One Big Thing. Kirk Goulding here, and this week's One Big Thing is irrationality. Not sure if that's really a word or not, but that seems to imply the type of markets that we're looking at right now. You know, as I look at these and try and sort through and make objective opinions, the market just goes the other way and acts quite irrational, at least in my opinion. So anyway, what's been going on over the last couple of weeks? Well, we're finding out corn and soybeans are getting planted. You know, the technology, the equipment, it's such that they don't get slowed down for very long, and they can plant a lot. We're going to see a lot of corn planted in the eastern corn belt this week, and the western corn belt is going to get dried out, and it's all going to get in. And keep in mind that we do have 6 million acres that could very well show up, particularly with the way things are going. So there's a lot of uncertainty, nothing really rational. You know, 3-4 weeks ago, it looked like the world was going to explode. We were going to nuke each other into oblivion, and the market sold off. Now the last week and a half, market's been rallying on what? Wheat, of all things. Well, it's dry in Russia, and we got this problem and that problem. Well, so the wheat market has suddenly become the biggest thing. The global stocks are adequate. It's just that, okay, Russia may not sell it down into a hole this year, and good chance India may need to import 3 to 5 million tons. The wheat stocks are there. The big difference is that it looks like the U.S. is going to be a relevant exporter. And, oh, by the way, our wheat crop's looking pretty good. Kansas wheat crop is going to be really good, the best it's been in quite a few years. So it appears we'll have plenty of wheat to take care of these needs. And, you know, one of the really scary things that's going on politically is now all of a sudden Mr. Biden has grown a pair, and he's now putting all kinds of tariffs and restrictions on the Chinese. And here becomes, well, I'm not a big supporter of a lot of things. We have to be realistic. There's one thing about trade, and there's another about politics and all of this. But just as an outside observer looking in, there's a very real possibility that the Chinese just quit buying from the U.S. And they can do that because Brazil has improved their loading capacities, they've expanded their acreage, they're doing an incredible job. And we've got to be aware that, whoa, the U.S. could lose significant market share to Brazil that normally has gone to China. Now, today, in this very moment, corn could price its way into Southeast Asia. Maybe, maybe not. But it's constantly, you know, that constant move back and forth. But it's going to make for an interesting next few months as we watch this crop get planted and develop. So lots of volatility. I still want to be a seller of rallies, but let's see what happens. And so until next time, cowboys and cowgirls, happy trading.